Good morning, guys. We're gonna do a coffee with the Jason today, and the Bandito, and then little Watson's right here. Come here, Watson. Uh, but yeah, Jaylena's still up in Dallas and doing her thing with her friends and stuff, and hoping that she does okay. But little Watson's here. But I was gonna talk about today, kind of just what it's like. Doing off-grid type stuff alone, and Bandit, well, clearly not alone because Bandit's wild, but it's awesome and it's terrible at the same time. So it's one of those things that, get down, Bandit, that I could finally do exactly what I want and not have to worry about anybody. So that's like the super big plus of it, is there's no other opinions to take into consideration. And I'm not saying I don't want to take Jaylena's, opinions into consideration. It's just more of, this week I'm going to do a catch, clean, and cook of a raccoon. And that's something she wouldn't do. So stuff like that if I want to eat something crazy, or, let's just say if Jaylena wasn't even in the picture, I would build a very, very small house. We're already doing a tiny house, but I'd go even smaller than that. I mean, I'd go like a little, I don't know, cordwood house or something, like crazy basic off-grid, like barely any electricity from a solar panel just to charge my computer and stuff. And I'd probably really and truly try to rough it out here with no AC. I was going to say no heat, but I would get heat from fire, and I would have like a little stove and stuff, which we're going to do that anyways, but I would just try to go with that AC and really, really off-grid it. But being married to a woman with a brain that doesn't want to live without electricity, because that's a smart thing to do, you compromise. And so having Jaylena out here, is the compromise, because this isn't her ideal place. So those are the opinions and stuff that I'm talking about. But I need some coffee. Which, by the way, this coffee was terrible this morning because there's coffee grounds all in it. It's all nasty because the filter flipped over. We're using a new kind of filter, and I don't like it. But it flipped over, and now the coffee grounds got in my coffee. And that's why you need a wife, because she does those things and knows how to do it correctly. Or at least I have nobody to blame now that I went it wrong. But, been working by myself, and I think working by yourself is hard, but trying to vlog and work by yourself is a lot harder than it seems. I know a lot of people think, just put a camera on the tripod, do this and do that. But it's like I have to put the tripod close enough to what I'm doing that it won't, that I can pick everything up, but it won't get in the way. So whenever I'm cutting, I'm constantly making sure that the branches aren't falling and going to hit the camera. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not filming too long, because I have to go through all that footage to edit. As you guys can tell out here in our videos, the sun comes out and goes away, comes out and goes away. So it's like really bright, really dark, really bright, really dark. So it's been tough doing YouTube and working and really trying to make some progress out there by myself. So that's been a really tough part of it. But I'm enjoying it. I really, truly enjoy it out here. My parents kind of asked, because I stopped by on the way down whenever I came from Dallas, and they said, "You gonna be all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it." And it's a challenge, and I like challenges. And I think it's good right now for Jaylena and I. Things got tough between us. I think we're at probably the best we've ever been. Now, so don't get me wrong, but we never get time apart, ever. We do YouTube together, we work together out here, we're living together, we're with each other 24/7. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but we only have one vehicle. We have the truck. We don't have a separate vehicle that she can take off and do what she wants and stuff like that. And so she's kind of stuck here with me, and we try to go into town and do stuff whenever we can. But we didn't get an extra vehicle right now because we're trying to get out of debt. And trying to get out of debt means you don't spend as much money as you possibly can, even though we're about to build a tiny house, but we kind of need that. But you try to save as much money as possible so you can't really do as much stuff. And that's a temporary sacrifice in my head. Don't spend money for a year so you can be good for the next 10 to 20 years is the way I see it. And so that's kind of, the tough thing about trying to be out here and be off grid and all that is it takes money to not have money, to not need money, I guess. So you got to buy all these things that, as far as like getting electric hooked in and having to build your house unless you have, good trees to build it out of. And down here, as you guys know, the mesquite trees, they grow like the lumber you get from Home Depot and Lowe's. So I'm pretty sure that's where they get their lumber from, is down here on our ranch. Because nothing's straight. All the wood is just crazy. So the only real thing you can potentially do is a cordwood house. But the fact that we need ours to be mobile so we can potentially move it if we need to, if maybe part of the ranch sells or one of my uncles wants to do something in the spot, like, that's basically way more important than us living in that spot, or we split the land between the family, I don't know. I'm just going to assume the land's going to stay like this as long as possible. And so I don't think we'll ever have to move the tiny house. But I really wanted to do more of like the cordwood and all that. It's just, you can't because I need to move it. And so I guess I'm a little off topic. But being out here by myself doing stuff, I truly, truly enjoy it. It's nice and peaceful. It gives me time to think and reflect. But the work is harder for YouTube and working outside, because sometimes I'd still be working outside and Jaylena would start editing the video or uploading or whatever. Now I have to do everything myself. So pretty much I wake up in the morning, I do this coffee with the Crockers, I start filming and working all day, and then once it gets dark I can't really work outside anymore, so I go in and I upload all my footage, which takes 30 minutes or so, and then I have to start editing, which takes, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, depending on what type of edit I'm doing. And then I have to transfer, then I have to save it out, and that takes about 20, 30 minutes. And then I have to transfer that video via Bluetooth to my phone because my phone port is messed up and we don't have internet. So I have to Bluetooth it, which takes roughly 4 to 6, 7 hours to Bluetooth it to my phone. And then I have to upload it, and so by the time it gets Bluetooth to my phone, it's probably around midnight. And then I wake up, and then I put it on YouTube, and then on YouTube it takes probably 4 to 6 hours to upload out here, depending on how well that antenna is pointing. Sometimes it's a little quicker, but it's an all-day process, so I don't end up going really to bed, to sleep, until probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, whenever I can get it, start uploading on YouTube. Then I wake up, like instantly. I woke up this morning, and I make sure it uploaded good, and then I have to do the description and tags and all that stuff, and upload it, before I come out here to do Coffee with the Crockers. It starts over. So it's literally, from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, it's work. And dividing that task, or all those tasks, between 2 people makes it a little easier. So to wrap this up, can you do it all by yourself? Yes. It's just harder and a little more lonely. And I'm not saying, none of this has to do with, Jaylena or anything. I'm just kind of talking in general if I was by myself and Jaylena wasn't even in the picture. So don't go on this huge rant of I enjoy being out here more when Jaylena's not here. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and drink the rest of this nasty coffee. I'm going to make another pot and do it the right way. And I'm going to get to work. So, guys, thanks for watching Coffee with the Jason. And, of course, Bandit and Watson over here. I'll show you guys them real quick to end this video. But that's them sleeping. So, see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do it or Jaylena will, but see ya.